Welcome to Heartland Family Adventures. Today we're sharing a complete overview of the 2022 Epcot Food and Wine Festival. This year's festival runs from July 14th to November 19th, and we were there on opening day to check out the new Global Marketplace food booths, the festival merchandise, and participate in some of the fun festival activities. This year's festival features 31 different global marketplaces near the port of entry and around the World Showcase. Most of the booths were available on opening day, but there are a few booths that will be opening later during the festival in August. They had one brand new festival booth this year called the Fry Basket, located near Test Track, that features yuca fries and a fry flight with sea salt malt vinegar fries, barbecue bacon, and sweet potato casserole fries. This was a really popular option on opening day, and unfortunately by the time we got to this booth in the late afternoon, they had to close early because they had run out of fries. When you arrive at the festival, don't forget to pick up your festival passport, which contains a great overview of everything you can do at the festival, as well as full descriptions of the food offerings at all the food booths. One of the returning activities this year was Emil's Fromage Montage, where you join Remy's brother Emil on a journey around Epcot to taste a variety of different dishes featuring cheese. In the back of the festival booklet is the list of cheese dishes and a page to collect stamps for each cheese dish that you try. Once you've collected 5 stamps, you can return your passport to the Shimmering Sips booth for a fun prize. This year's prize was a strawberry cheesecake soft serve with cheesecake bites and a souvenir cup. You can also purchase special Remy sporks at food booths at the festival this year as a fun keepsake. Another one of the returning activities this year was Remy's Ratatouille Hide and Squeak Scavenger Hunt. Our kids love doing the scavenger hunts at Epcot, and you can pick up a map at Disney Traders, World Traveler, or the Creation Shop, and then start your journey around the World Showcase to find Remy and the food items that he's holding that correspond with stickers on your map to complete your quest. Once you've completed your map, you can turn it in at one of the shop locations for a fun prize. This year's prize was a souvenir cup with 4 different designs to choose from, including Remy, Tiana, Mickey and Minnie, or Figment. We were also excited to check out some of the new merchandise for the festival this year, including 4 different collections. Princess Tiana has her own collection this year with some creative cooking items and kitchen items, serving dishes, and other favorites. Chef Figment also has a collection this year that includes the Paint Your Palette Purple, including apparel, kitchen items, trading pins, and a new Chef Figment limited edition magic band. We also have some specialty merchandise for annual pass holders this year, including shirts, trading pins, cups, and some cute dishes, including a serving platter and bowl. Another fun collection this year is the Chef Mickey and Minnie Mouse, with some adorable aprons, kitchen items, and the new Dooney and Burke accessories with a featured print. They also have a mystery pin collection and trading pins. Last but not least, they have the new Epcot International Food and Wine Festival merch, including the event logo for this year. They had spirit jerseys, shirts, a cute tote bag, trading pins, corksicle containers, and the new ears for the festival this year. All right, friends, so now let's get to the moment you've probably been waiting for. Let's get into the food. Again, this year's festival has 31 global marketplaces to choose from, and we were able to try offerings from 12 different booths on opening day. The food booths open at 11 a.m. each day, and our first stop of the day was the Alps, located near Germany. This booth had one of the options from Emil's Fromage Montage, the warm raclette Swiss cheese, served in a variety of ways with pears, potatoes, or ham. They also had a variety of wines to choose from and a wine flight. Starting off our day for Food and Wine Festival. It's a beautiful morning. Starting off at the Alps, which is next to the Germany Pavilion. So today we tried the warm raclette cheese, Swiss cheese with alpine ham, baby potatoes, cornichons, and baguette. Looks really delicious. And this is one of the items on the Emil's Fromage Montage cheese tour. And so we got our first stamp for our first cheese dish of the day. And then they have a wine flight there. So they do look delicious, and I love that they're all different colors. And pretty, really cute little containers that they put it in. All right, let's try this.
And so today I am joined by my sweet sister-in-law, Anna. So we'll be touring around the world this morning until Dave and the kids join us later. So we're starting off with the warm raclette. What do you think so far?
This is excellent. I don't think I can go back to my normal ham and Swiss cheese ever again.
I like that it has everything kind of separated, but then the cheese, like that amazing Swiss cheese, like melted over the top.
Just swimming in the cheese.
Swimming in cheese. That's a good description. Good stuff. Very, very good. Let's try some of the wine flight. This one's nice and light. It reminds me a little bit of a Gewürztraminer, but it's very light, kind of maybe like pear notes in it. I like that one. I'm gonna move my way up. This one looks like a rosé. It's more of a sparkling, like a rosé. Oh, that's very nice. That's really nice. I like that one. It's a little bit bubbly. And we've got this one, dark one. Ooh. Okay, that one is definitely more dry. A little bit more earthy. But good, kind of work your way up. This one's very light and fruity, a nice sparkling, and then definitely a dry red. So good combination to go with the cheese. Like that.
Stop number 2 was the Germany booth, and they had a variety of returning favorites this year, including the Schicknudeln, a roasted bratwurst and a pretzel roll, and the apple strudel with vanilla sauce, as well as beer and wine. Number 2, we didn't go very far. We went from the Alps to Germany. And we're trying, this is one I've been curious about. This is the Schafferhofer pineapple Hefeweizen. So they had a cherry one last year, and I actually liked it. Dave did not, but I was curious to try the pineapple. And then we had to get the wonderful apple strudel with vanilla sauce. And this is always a favorite, returning favorite year after year. Looks amazing, it smells amazing. Very good bite. Apples are nice and warm. The pastry is really nice and soft. Got a little hint of cinnamon. And the vanilla cream sauce is really tasty too. It gives it that nice creaminess. Oh, delicious. So try the pineapple Hefeweizen. Schafferhofer. Yes. Oh man. Woo! I'm not gonna call it yet. This might be my favorite beer of the festival. We'll see. It is amazing. Oh, it's very pineapple, but not like pineapple in your face. Ooh, if you like fruit beers, this is going to be at the top of your list. This is really good. I'm calling it already. Stop number 3 was Spain, located in between Italy and Germany. Food items included a charcuterie, paella with rice, chorizo, and shrimp, and a seafood salad, as well as a variety of beer and wine and a wine flight. Next stop is Spain, right between Italy and Germany Pavilion. Today we are trying the paella. This has a wonderful rice, chorizo, and shrimp. This smells so good, and it looks delicious. It's beautiful, beautiful little bite there. And then we also got the wine flight here. So we have, starting from right to left, this is the Quinta Albarino Rias Baezas, the Faustino Rioja Rosado, which looks like a rosé maybe, we'll see. And then the Quinta de la Mansa,
Garnacha Tintorita. So sorry for butchering those names, but they do look really good. And the cast member said that they are fairly strong wines. So good thing that we're sharing. Give you 3 shrimps and a bunch of chorizo. The shrimps look very large. Get some of this. Ooh, very good flavor. The shrimp is very well cooked. It's not rubbery, so they've done a good job with the shrimp. The chorizo, some wonderful flavor. And the rice, I'm gonna try the rice on its own. Got some like little peas in here. It's a good flavor, but it's more kind of eat that with your chorizo and your shrimp combined. Not a whole lot of flavor on its own, but love the chorizo and the shrimp. That's a good dish. And a good portion size, I think, for a good snack. Starting lighter to darker. This is the Bellejas. Ooh, it's very citrusy. Has a nice bite to it. Kind of like lemon lime kind of citrus. This is the Rosado. Really pretty rose color. Ooh, it's like a dry rosé. That's nice. If you don't like a sweet wine, these probably are going to be really good for you. If you like more of a drier, more citrus wines. Okay, I'm going to try the red. This is the Garnacha. So very deep ruby, like dark purple. Ooh, ooh. That one's bold. Very like berry notes, very strong tannins. That one kind of has like almost a little bite to it. Not super dry, but just very, very robust. So good wine flight though. If you want to try something from different wines from around the world, from Spain, that's a lot of fun.
Stop number 4 on our journey was the Italy booth. They had some new offerings this year, including the gnocchi potato dumplings, served either in a 4-cheese sauce with roasted mushrooms or in a vodka sauce with Romano cheese and crispy bacon, as well as an orange blossom panna cotta with berries and a variety of beverages, including one of our favorites, the Italian margarita.
Next stop is in Italy. So here we tried the panna cotta with orange blossom panna cotta with seasonal berries. We've got a raspberry and some blueberries and some little crispy pearls on top. And then one of our returning favorites, the Italian margarita with tequila and limoncello. Wonderful, refreshing drink on a hot day like today. How we doing, Anna?
I'm ready for that margarita.
Yes. And a beautiful spot. We found a spot under an umbrella in Italy. Just gonna enjoy the views. Beautiful spot. But I like it with the little crispy balls and the blueberries. It's really nice and creamy and fresh. Like that. And the Italian margarita is one of my all-time favorites. So chilled and citrus. Just like chilled lemonade with the limoncello. And the tequila's in there. We know it's strong, but you can't really taste it. So drink that one slowly. It's wonderful. Very nice. gnocchi di patate from the Italy World Showcase Pavilion. Right over here at the Italy booth, right outside of Italy. And so this is actually an offering. This is something different than what they had last year. This is the potato dumplings with 4 cheese sauce and roasted cremini mushrooms. It looks wonderful. Emma loves gnocchis too. Gnocchi. One of your favorite things is chicken gnocchi soup. So we had to try this. The gnocchis look so good. Let's try a bite, Emma. How about you try a bite and see what you think, sweetheart? You love gnocchis. How is it? How is it? Is it good? Oh, 2 thumbs up. Awesome. Yay. We found a good thing you liked. Awesome. And Mommy will eat the mushrooms. Gonna try these gnocchis with the mushrooms. Gotta get a little bit of mushroom in there too. The gnocchis are nice and light. Wonderful texture on those gnocchis. Very creamy. I love the cream sauce. It's a 4 cheese cream sauce. And those creamy mushrooms. Mmm. Yeah. Oh, I love mushrooms. Mmm. Those are delicious. Oh, what do you think of the gnocchis though? Yummy. Good, huh? If you can see, these gnocchis are super soft and pillowy. Really good cheese sauce on there. I love that sauce. Mmm. This is an improvement for the Italy Pavilion. So they're stepping their game up. This is really good.
Stop number 5 of the day was the Brazil booth located between France and Morocco. They had a couple of food options, including the black beans with crispy pork belly and the Brazilian cheese bread, as well as a Brazilian black lager and a frozen drink.
So we are trying the pão de queijo, the Brazilian cheese bread, and then this drink, which I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce very well, but the frozen caipirinha with cachaça. So it looks like a very citrusy frozen drink, which looks lovely. And the Brazilian cheese bread looks wonderful. So let's try this. The frozen drink. Oh. Okay, very citrus. Very tart, like it would like make you pucker kind of tart, but it's good. It's just very tart, but it's nice and cold and refreshing. So if you like really citrus, very tart drinks, it reminds me like a lemon. What do they call it? A lemon drop, like a lemon drop, but really tart, sour, almost sour. All right, then we have the Brazilian cheese bread. This is really hot. So you see, like it's got this cheesy layer on the bottom here. I'm gonna open it up. Whew, very, very hot. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Ooh. I'm gonna try a little bite. Oh my goodness. That's amazing. It was like warm, melty cheese infused with bread. Like, what's not to love about that? I don't know how they do that. It's amazing. Look at the cheesiness. And it's crispy outer shell. Love that. And this is on the Emil's Fromage Montage too. So you also get a stamp in your passport booklet. So win-win. This Brazilian cheese bread is one of my favorite dishes we've had so far. Just it's hitting all of the marks. It's a cheesy and soft and crispy, and it's got the texture going for it. That's wonderful.
Stop number 6 was the Australia booth, located near Port of Entry. They had a few different food options here, including the grilled sweet and spicy bushberry shrimp, a roasted lamb chop with mint pesto, and the Lamington yellow cake with raspberry filling dipped in a chocolate and coconut. They also had beer and wine, as well as a wine flight.
All right, our last stop for the morning or early afternoon before we kind of take a break for the day. So this is the Australia booth right over here near Port of Entry. And so this is the Lamington cake with raspberry filling and chocolate coconut on top. And then we got the wine flight. So we have the Viognier, South Australia. We have a Robert Oakley Chardonnay. And we have the Chateau Tantunda Grand Barossa Cabernet Sauvignon. So very nice. Love Australian wine. Excited to try these out. And this cake looks amazing. Yum. This looks amazing. I haven't tried this before. So it's chilled. The cake is chilled, it's cool, and it's got this wonderful filling inside. And the chocolate and coconut, wonderful. Oh, if you like chocolate or coconut, but this cake, just try the cake with that filling. That is delicious. Highly recommend that. That's very good. Wonderful. It's got the chocolate, it's got the savory, it's got the sweet, it's got the fruity. That's very good. Try the 3 different Australian wines. So this is the Vignere.
I haven't been. Never have. I've made it.
Very nice and light and citrusy. That's an easy drinking summer wine right there. We have the Chardonnay. Very nice and buttery, slightly oaky, but more of a buttery Chardonnay. I like that very, very much. And then we have a Cabernet. Very nice color. Ooh. Got some cannons. Getting little hints of maybe like black currant or cherry, like black cherry. I like that too. That's a good wine flight. I recommend this one. I think I like this one a little bit better than the one in Spain, maybe. I like all 3 of them very much. Very good.
Stop number 7 was the Canada booth, where they had a couple of returning favorite options, including the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup, served with a pretzel roll, which is another item on Emile's Fromage Montage. They also had the Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon, and a couple beverages, including beer and wine.
Ooh, got some clouds rolling in tonight. See if we're in for some rain. Woo. Hey friends, all right, so we are back. We took off a couple of hours, go back at the hotel, rest, cool off for a little while, and now we're back for the evening to enjoy some dinner and keep going, making our way around the food booths and for the festival. So we made our first stop for the evening in Canada. This is usually one of our favorites, so we'll see how they're doing this year. So Canada has the Canadian cheddar and bacon soup served with a pretzel roll. And so the pretzel roll seems pretty soft. I know last year it was actually like a pretzel breadstick, and so you could kind of dunk it into the cheese soup. I really liked that. So now this year we're going with the pretzel roll instead. Hopefully it's as good. And then we also have the Le Cellier wild mushroom beef filet mignon with a truffle butter sauce. And we definitely have a lot of mushrooms here, a truffle sauce, and some kind of parsley kind of dressing on top. Compared to last year anyway, I think the last couple of years that we've gotten this, the last year this came in a dish that was like this,
yeah,
with a big piece of filet that was like kind of cut up, and then potatoes,
yeah,
and mushrooms and this wonderful sauce. So this year we're definitely getting a smaller portion size. It seems like on both. So soup might be the same, but the roll is smaller, and the filet looks smaller. We'll see how it tastes though. Oh, definitely very tender on the filet. We're cooked. We're a little tiny bit of pink. I would say this is medium well. Yeah. Very tender. Good flavor. I love mushrooms, so get some of this truffle butter sauce. It's delicious. Great flavor.
Yeah.
I would say I would like it a little bit better if it was cooked medium. We'll check the middle.
No, it is in the middle, yeah.
Check the middle. No.
Oh,
that's medium well.
A little more
that's medium well. Maybe a hint more pink. But it's super tender. I'd say the doneness doesn't affect how tender it is. That's still wonderful. Great flavor on the sauce. Great flavor on the mushrooms. We're doing excellent. We're going to get some rain soon.
Yep.
So we'll try to eat our food while we can. All right, get into this soup.
This
I'm a
was
dunker.
delicious last year.
I'm a dunker. And this is one of the signature recipes at Le Cellier. So, no doubt that we're going to just love the soup. The soup is the same. The soup is amazing. The pretzel roll, though, honestly, not impressing me. It's just a pretty basic roll.
Yeah.
I'm not even getting a whole lot of pretzel flavor. It's not stale, but it's not fresh. It may have been fresh this morning, and now, I don't know. Yeah, not my favorite. I liked the breadstick approach last year better. So, but the soup is still wonderful. Just wish I had that breadstick to dunk it in and enjoy that. They were like these soft, amazing, fresh breadsticks. But the soup is wonderful. Soup is one of my favorite things. It's it's a hot dish. Maybe not something you're wanting when it's this hot outside, but it's so delicious. It's like something worth trying if you're willing to. So good. Yeah. So great flavor overall. I'd just say a little disappointed in the roll and the size of the filet dish. But overall, we're still pretty good this year.
Stop number 8 was the Appleseed Orchard, which is one of our favorite booths from last year. Here you can get the apple crumble tart, as well as a variety of beverages, including beer and cider flights, as well as Dave's favorite drink, the Apple Blossom Sky.
At the Appleseed Orchard. This is inside the Canada Far and Wide Pavilion, inside where it's nice and air conditioned, really nice and cool in here. Highly recommend this, especially if you like nice apple drinks. We've got the apple beer flight, so this looks really good. We get 3 different kinds of beer. We've got the Big Storm Brewing Company Apple Blonde Ale, the Playlinda Brewing Caramel Apple Pie Ale, and the Three Daughters Brewing Apple Pecan Brown Ale, which I remember that one from last year was one of my favorites. We have the Apple Crumble Tart. This is one of our returning favorites from last year as well. And then Dave has been asking about this drink since last year, basically. The Apple Blossom Sky. It's got apple cider, ginger ale, apple brandy, maple syrup, and mini marshmallows on top. One of Dave's favorites from last year that he's been looking forward to all year. So some good favorites, and I think pretty much all of these are returning favorites from last year, but good enough that we wanted to come back and do them again. All right, Dave, what you been looking forward to?
I have dreams about this.
He loved it last year. See if it's the same as you remember. Is it the brandy? What is it about it that you like so much?
Probably the brandy.
And then they give you in this like a little plastic
brandy.
Moscow Mule mug too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's just a good combination, but I do like brandy.
Yeah. I love it in here. It's so pretty. They do the projections on the walls. It's really pretty in here, and it's nice and cold.
Refreshing. I just love it.
So this is the Apple Blonde Ale. Oh, I like that. So definitely get the apple flavor. So if you're not a big fan of like fruity flavored beers, might not be so much more your thing. This one's really nice. Nice, light, easy drinking beer. I like that one. That one is from Clearwater, Florida. This one is the Caramel Apple Pie Ale. And this one is from Titusville, Florida. Oh yeah, it tastes. You can definitely taste the caramel apple. Like almost has like a cinnamon or cloves or some kind of a note to it too, like apple pie like flavoring. That's good. Yeah, I like that one. It's got a wonderful nuttiness to it. It's really nice and sweet. Get a little hint of apple, but I love a good brown ale. That one's probably my favorite of the 3. I also like the Apple Blonde Ale. That one's nice and light, easy drinking beer. The apple pie, caramel apple pie ale is pretty good too, but it just has definitely like apple pie flavor, like the cloves or like something in it that tastes like apple pie, which is good, but just I don't know if I want to drink a whole cup of it. All right, we have the apple crumble tart. Last year, it was kind of a thing where you could kind of pick it up and eat it. This year, it is super soft. Look at this like soft base of the tart.
Yeah,
it's really. I think this one's one you got to use a fork this year.
I'll just be the one we got.
Maybe they're pretty fresh. This tart is just crumbling. Flavor's good though. I'll just say that the tart shell that it's in is not as firm. It's just flaking away. So it's not holding together very well. Like last year, I remember I could pick it up and you could eat it kind of like a hand pie, almost. This year is just falling apart, but the flavor is really good.
Can I try some?
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's what I'm gonna try by. Got little bits of apple crumble on top. Nice pie crust. What do you think, sweetie?
Good.
Delicious.
Good. I like it. The flavors are good. Just different than last year. They've changed it up a little bit. Alright, so we're stuck in here during the rainstorm. So Dave's like, well, let's just go back and get another flight. So this time we're trying the cider flight. Tried the beer flight, liked that a lot. Dave really liked his Apple Blossom Sky. So now we're trying the cider flight. So this one comes with 3 different types of hard ciders. So we have the Bold Rock Imperial Apple Hard Cider from Virginia, the Original Sin Hard Cider Macintosh from New York, and Blake's Hard Cider Company Cherry Bourbon Barrel Aged Cherry Cider. So we got a cherry and then a couple apple things.
2 different apple ciders.
Couple apples. So we'll see. This is the one from Virginia. That one's just nice apple hard cider. That's good. It just tastes like apple. Like maybe like Granny Smith apple, you know, like tart apple flavor on that one. Try the other one. This is the one from New York. Oh, this one's a little bit different. This one kind of has a more like a golden, like a little bit more flavor to it. Not as like tart. A little bit sweeter. A little bit of like I don't know, like a sweet and tart flavor to it. It's nice. I like that one a little bit better. This one was a little tart for me. And we got this one's a really pretty color. And so this is the one that's got a cherry, bourbon barrel cherry. Oh, Dave, you're gonna like this one. You can taste the bourbon, like the aging from the bourbon barrels. I don't know if that means they aged it in bourbon. It says bourbon barrel aged. You can definitely taste that.
Oh man. Here, I can show you how.
That's surprising. Never had a hard cider where you could taste that, like the barrel, like that kind of flavor in it. That's got a lot of flavor. I think you're gonna like that one though. I think I like the second one. All right. He's just going straight for the bourbon one. Bourbon barrel aged hard cider. See what I mean? Like, I know you're not like a big hard cider person, but I think like that's something that's right up your alley.
That's nice. Yeah, kind of covers up that tart apple ciderness. That's good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I thought that one would be one you would like.
That's nice. I'll try the other 2.
I think the middle one you'd be okay with. A lot of people coming in here with their ponchos, trying to escape out into the rain.
That's okay. I definitely like the beers we had better.
Yeah, no, the beer flight.
That's okay.
I would recommend the beer flight over the hard cider flight, unless you're just not a beer fan. But they were really nice fruity beers. I would honestly choose those over the hard ciders. All right, he's trying the tart one. This one I would call Granny Smith. It's the tart one.
Nope. It's not terrible, but
Yeah.
it's just not my thing.
Yeah. I could just barely do it, but it's all right.
Yeah.
But I do love it in here.
I
We
do
spent a lot of
remember
time in here. That we've been stuck in here for about half an hour.
I do remember last year there was one I really didn't like. I
Yep.
would have spit
It was sour. I think there was one we
Yeah.
tried last year that was really
This
sour.
is not like that.
No.
It's just a regular apple
Yeah,
cider.
these aren't sour. No, these are pretty good. Three pretty good little ciders to try.
Stop number 9 during our evening was the Grease booth, where we were excited to get another item from a Meals Fromage montage, the griddled cheese with pistachios and honey. They also have a spanakopita and a lamb gyro, as well as a few different wines that you can enjoy separately or as a wine flight.
All right. So another one of the items on a Meals Fromage montage is the griddled cheese in Greece. So it has basically flamed cheese. So they take the cheese and they torch it, traditional, and in Greece. And then we have pistachio crumble on top and honey. And we were so happy that they brought this back again this year. So see if I can do this with a fork. Might be something you need a knife for. We'll see. Get a little bit. Oh, it's like crispy charred cheese with the honey and the sweet and the nuttiness of the pistachio. Oh, it's so good. This might be my favorite cheese dish we've tried so far. Yeah, it's really good.
It's our favorite last year.
Yeah.
The Schnicknudeln is pretty good too.
Schnicknudeln in Germany is pretty good too. But this one is, this is just delicious. Just deliciousness. Especially that charred cheese. Oh, so good. Toasted cheese. If you like cheese, this is a good one. The wine flight, we have a Milonas white wine, the Zoe Rosé, I'm guessing that's this one, this pink one, and then we have the dry red. You see those listed here. I'm not going to try to pronounce that, but they look, again, with 3 different types of wine. I'm loving these flights today. It's just citrus. It's very citrusy, like a Pinot Grigio or something like that. Yeah. Very citrus wine. Let's try the rosé. Yeah, that's more like a standard rosé. Get a little bit of the bubbly. Yeah, nothing. I would say nothing that's like standing out. Like not the best rosé I've ever had. I'm not a huge rosé fan usually. We had some earlier today that were actually really good. But they didn't really remind us of rosé. So yeah. This one is this is the one I couldn't pronounce, but the dry red. Ooh, that one kind of reminds me of a Malbec, or no, not quite Zinfandel. More like but definitely dry. But it's got some kind of like maybe like plum flavor to it. So it's good. I like that. I think that's my favorite too.
Yeah. Well, we usually prefer dry red, so that makes sense.
Yeah, it's true. So the white was nice. If you like a light citrusy wine, that would be nice for a hot day. That would be enjoyable and go nicely with the cheese too, because the cheese is very heavy. That might help break through the cheese. But I loved the flaming cheese. That griddled cheese was wonderful. Oh.
Stop number 10 that our family enjoyed during the evening was the Flavors from Fire booth, located near Test Track. Here you can get the smoked corned beef with crispy potatoes, cheese curds, pickled onions, and beer cheese fondue as another option on a meal's fromage montage, as well as a banh mi bao and the Rocky Road chocolate cake, as well as beer and wine. We really liked the crispy potato chips combined with the flavors of the corned beef and the melty cheese on top as a nice hearty and filling dish. Stop number 11 that evening was the Japan booth, where you can get a teriyaki chicken steamed bun with chicken, vegetables, and teriyaki sauce, as well as the takoyaki octopus with green onion and cabbage, and the spicy salmon demburi, as well as an orange blossom pilsner, the Hanafuji apple sake, and a yuzu lemon drop. We really enjoyed the teriyaki chicken bun. It had a good amount of chicken inside and a really nice tangy flavor. We weren't as big of fans of the takoyaki octopus dish. It was kind of like a fritter with bits of chewy octopus inside and a little on the spicy side. We loved the Hanafuji apple sake. This was a new drink this year and it had a nice sweet and tart apple flavor. Also in the evenings during Food and Wine Festival, you can enjoy the Eat to the Beat concert series with live music from local talent in the Orlando area at the American Gardens Theater in the American Adventure Pavilion. Finally, our last stop of the evening, stop number 12, was the Shimmering Sips booth, where we went to turn in our passport with all of our stamps from the cheese dishes we tried for a meal's fromage montage to get our prize. Here you can also get a guava mousse on a sugar cookie with a coconut lime whipped cream, as well as a variety of mimosas, including a mimosa flight with tropical, key lime, and blood orange flavors.
This is the guava mousse from Shimmering Sips. A nice dessert here. It's got like this toasted coconut on top with whipped cream. And then guava, of course, mousse on the bottom, and then like a cookie base. Looks really good.
We hope you enjoyed coming along with us today for Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. If you enjoyed this video, let us know by clicking that like button or sharing your feedback with us in the comments below. We welcome you to come and visit our channel for more content like this around Disney World. We hope you have a magical day, and we'll see you next time.